10 most impressive buildings in the world. When it comes to learning about the history of a new destination, travelers should look no further than its iconic buildings. Of course, there are other ways to discover the local culture, which can be reflected in the food, the textiles, and the dialects, but it's the buildings that can reveal the most about a place. Local landmarks are in essence silent witnesses to past eras, kingdoms, and tastes, but they can also offer us clues to what the future holds, not to mention make for a great travel grant too. Consider this lineup to be a travel bucket list of sorts. These buildings are renowned for various reasons, some for their architectural charm, others for their historical significance, and some for a healthy mix of both. A fair amount of them are well known, of course. Think Europe's museums, churches, and other landmarks whose replicas live on in souvenir shops and countless photos. There are also, of course, a decent number on this list designed by famous architects like Frank Lloyd Wright, Le Corbusier, and Oscar Niemeyer too. And while some of these edifices exist off the beaten path, they are just as important in their own right. Here, Ed rounds up iconic buildings from around the world that you'll be glad you've seen when you look back on your travels. It's been said that travel is the only thing you can buy that makes you richer, and we couldn't agree more. Building design at its visionary best engages, exhilarates, and inspires. It possesses a quality almost indescribable that embodies design ingenuity, connection to place, and, above all, imagination. But today's architectural monuments aren't meant only to be admired from afar. It's not about creating an icon, but shaping public space, says Stephen Hull, referring to the linked hybrid, the 8-tower residential office retail complex his firm designed in Beijing. You can't understand it unless you're over, under, and around it. The linked hybrid is also ultra-green, Hull notes, pointing to the 655 geothermal wells beneath the buildings that provide heating and cooling. Like the best architects of his generation, Hull marries social and environmental responsibility to aesthetic ambition. Just as captivating is Ray John Case Park Concert Hall and Conference Center, a collaboration between the architecture firms Henning Larsen and Petter I and artist Olafur Eliasson. Together they conceived an asymmetrical structure clad in a skin of lead-illuminated glass and steel bricks, which every evening gives Icelanders a show as dazzling as the northern lights. It's a kind of bound